Thought 17. Illusion of common sense. Every hit from my father growing up was usually paired with the words, use common sense. Those words frustrated me more than the hits, because I never knew what he was talking about. To me it was obvious that if I knew what would happen I wouldn't have done it, so how could I use this sense that was so common? As I grew up I naturally gained common sense, and in turn stopped making actions that my dad would view as a mistake. I never gave common sense another thought after I stopped getting in trouble, until I started pondering infinity. When thinking about infinity, you can't be tied to a perspective because you will be stuck in affinity. That line of thinking made me realize that common sense is just the common perspective. In a new place, the common perspective of the average person would be to stick together, because they don't have the skills to fend for themselves if something happens. However, a trained team's common sense may be to spread out and report back. If these two groups combine, there would be no common sense, and any talk of such will result in discourse. If I were to improve my father's past fathering skills, I would have told him to tell me to have a broader perspective. The broader your perspective, the more common sense you have access to. Example: a kid who grew up with a gas stove knows not to touch fire, but a kid who grows up with an electric stove only knows not to touch the stove.